Hey, what's happening, YouTube? It's your boy, the Nocturnal Gamer, better known as Anubis7 here. I'm here at the end. I'm at the reef here, and I'm gonna touch on a subject real quick. It's been kind of bothering me the whole entire day. I mean, a little topic at work. Been talking about it for a while, and other YouTubers been talking about it, and it's the whole like nerfing of the Thorn. You know, now it took me a long time to get this son of a bitch. Let me tell you what. Now, the Thorn is a little OP. And the only reason it's OP is because all the other weapons, especially exotic weapons of all things, suck. You know? Now, at a quick glance here, the Thorn definitely is the real deal with the impact, the range, and of course the fact that it just bleeds people out. No joke. Then you got the good old last word. That's an absolute weapon. That gun's broken, and the idea that Bungie hasn't fixed it because the bonus damage and the stability still happens even when you aim down the sights, it's a problem. But they haven't fixed that, so moving on from that. And then the Hawk Moon and the Gjallarhorn, of course, two weapons that I don't have. Somehow I've been playing since the beta, as you see my good old inner circle banners happening here. But this weapon I can't get. Other weapons I just can't get it. But I want to touch about the other exotic weapons, because the exotic weapons, the fact that they're not being buffed up, they're not even being used as much. I don't have it on one of these characters on my Titan, but I'm telling you what, the Vision of Confluence and the Fatebringer is always in my hand being used, and I'd rather use those than anything else. And that's a problem. These things called strange coins. Xur sells these weapons. These weapons are trash. Alright, the Red Death works perfectly. I think it's a great weapon. You could tell when using PvP, it definitely gets its point across and does everything that it needs to do. But beyond that, the Vex, they've nerfed it over and over and over and over to make sure that this weapon is not going to be overly OP. And a lot of these weapons, if they just change some of the perks on them and make it so this level of playing field, I'm telling you, this game would be all new levels. It just would be just awesome to play, and other people would play this and exotic weapons would matter. I would have an inventory full of exotic weapons. But look at my inventory right now that I use. Well, my main character mainly, you know, mine's an icebreaker that I don't have on here right now, but I have a black hammer on here, you know, and a found verdict, a Vex, you know, the Vision Confluence, the Fatebringer. Those are 4 weapons from the very first DLC, and those are the most powerful weapons you could use. That fully automatic in that last round is so crucial, the impact on that, and they can make these weapons so much better. So I'm gonna touch some weapons here and a little bit of ideas and see if you guys might like it. Let's go back. Let me start with the Vex first. You know, if they got rid of the whole stability with Vex, whatever, and made the Vex, made it have the kind of the same effect that the Thorn has with the whole bleeding thing, but this time instead you actually set somebody on fire. Because the Vex, when you fire somebody, it sounds like you're pretty much shooting like a flamethrower on them anyway. You're throwing flames on them anyway, so why don't you just let them get a little burn effect? I think that'd be kind of cool. You know what I mean? It would probably make it a little OP, but you know what? They could figure that out, and I think it'd be actually a real cool little thing for that. The Invective, there's nothing wrong with that weapon. Keep moving. That weapon, I think, is perfectly fine the way it is. You know? And so is the Thunderlord. The Thunderlord, I just picked this one up. I have a 365 one, but I just recently got this one. This weapon right here, perfect. Great impact, great rate of fire, and the fact with the lightning rounds, definitely gets the point across as an OP weapon. And I think that if they just keep it going, you couldn't go wrong with that. Alright, the Dragon's Breath. Issue here. Alright, if they just got rid of the fire 3 shots and went down to just 2 shots, 6 max you could hold, and replace that with like tracking, people would use that. Such an effective rocket launcher if they had that. No joke. No joke with that. Alright. Well, let's look at my inventory real quick as we dance in here. Alright. Boom. Some more stuff here. So, the Monte Carlo is weapon. PlayStation exclusive, okay? if they went ahead and just said, look, man, it is an auto rifle, so I get it. That and the Soros is on my other character. Those guns, they just need to be nerfed real quick. Just give it a little more impact, because there's a problem with the whole impact situation. Universal remote. Now, if they made the universal remote perk on it a little bit better, because it says the range of precision damage increases greatly while aiming down sights. The range ain't greatly increased. Greatly is a strong word. It isn't shooting like a person 10 feet, 15 feet away from me. Like if they made it so you could fire that gun across the room, yo, universal remote would be an awesome ass shotgun. But again, swing and a miss, moving on. The truth, I think with this, the blast rate is already maxed out, you know, on this bad boy, just from base. This is like it's one of my old ones too, look at that. But if they just made the blast radius on it like just a little bit bigger, I mean, the truth is already a beast rocket launcher. I love using it actually, so I ain't gonna front. All right, the moldy tool is a sweet weapon too. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It does its job, you know what I mean? It does its thing. So I think on the essence of the moldy tool, I have no issues with it. It shoots really fast and it makes you move faster and it has the sight. So that's exotic to me. The hard light, red fucking flag. You're telling me that the hard light is supposed to be something great here. We got problems here, you know. The half glass ability at the bottom there isn't nothing, because that impact is so tiny. What would you make this weapon how you set this weapon off to make it exotic? The hard light, a sweet ass weapon. Make it arc damage. Give it an arc damage perk, whatever, and give it like more of an arc burn, like more of an arc burning, like you shock enemies. You have the ability to shock enemies, not like the Thunderlord with the lightning rounds where the starts arcing on different enemies. That's a Thunderlord only perk. But if you made it so that bam, enemies would be shocked or stunned, that'd be awesome. The hard light, boom, 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 boom. You start hitting them in, and it has a chance to stun enemies, and get rid of the half glass full, over penetrate, and has a chance to stun enemies. Now you got a weapon that people would use. Cause I know I would use that. That's a pretty sweet perk, you know. The Necrochasm. Come on, man. Talking about a weapon that's hard to get, and when you finally get it, it's depressing. You know what I mean? The impact, let's raise the impact on it flat out. But again, it's auto rifle. So these auto rifles, let's just forget about that. All right. Some weapons I don't have. Some weapons I don't have yet, but I like to talk about. Let's talk about the Pocket Infinity. The Pocket Infinity itself, it's an awesome ass fusion rifle. More impact. I think if you dump a clip of 5 shots or 6 shots, I think it's 5 shots, right on the enemy field, whatever, especially if in a Crucible, it's like 2 enemies in front of you, dump that clip, because once it's going fully automatic like it does, it's just shooting all over the place. I think it should, at least the impact should be higher. You should be like, you should be messing them up. You should be flooring enemies, really. Then the Fourth Horseman, I actually do have that. It's on my 2 other characters. I've got the weapon like 4 times, I swear. But the Fourth Horseman, I think what it is and how it works, I think it's right. I don't think it's broken. I think it's fair. It's a up close and personal weapon that it gets in your face with it. You're gonna kill anybody and anybody who gets up in your grill. All right. Now the No Land Beyond. Let's be honest, it's a very trash ass weapon. But you know how you fix that weapon? You make the impact on that damn thing max. Like the ill will. How about like an ill will type of impact on it? So when you get them body shots to that weapon, they're automatic kills. Then you get rid of that other perk that's on it, the No Land perk on it, where the next shot has a chance to get more damage to whatever. Yo, drop that and you make it over penetrate. Grant it keyhole. Yo, talk about people would use that weapon. People using like old musket to send there, bam, bam, pow, pow. You know what I mean? That weapon would become OP all of a sudden. I just have an issue with that. You know, I think Destiny needs to sit back and look at this, and especially with this was full physical year is about to be over in September for them, and physical year 2 will start for them. I think they need to look at really fixing the weapons first and making every exotic weapon exotic again. And I think I forgot what super good advice. Raise the impact on that bastard. It gallops all over the place. Why don't you just make it to the point where when you do connect with an enemy, because you might not hit all your shots, the shots you do hit, you're actually going to drop it. No one uses super good advice. That was the first exotic weapon I got. I was so pumped to get it, and then when I got it, I was like, oh, this isn't that great. The Plan C does its job, I think. The Plan C does what's supposed to do. I'm neither here or there on it. It has great impact on it. It has awesome range. No hate on it. Icebreaker, by far, hands down, the most useful exotic weapon in my book. I call it that is your raid starter kit weapon. You need it for every raid. Sniping from a distance, always recharging ammo. Can't go wrong with that. You know what I mean? And like I said, the Hawk Moon and the Galley Horn, man, those weapons, I don't have them, but the best look I can see, other people using them, they're not broken. They're extremely OP. Matter of fact, the Galley Horn is the most OP weapon in the damn game. I call it the problem solver. You got a problem, throw a Galley Horn in it. That's why the game keys can reset with the idea that if Skolas was the first time with all these burns, oh, solar burn, 3 Galley Horns and weapons of light, everybody dumps freaking 14 rockets apiece. You have them down in 3 minutes. Yeah, that's game breaking. You broke the game. There's no fun in it. So maybe, hey, if they just, if Bungie looks back on it, and really figures it out, we'll have a better game, So, I guess this is my first video just talking about stuff like this, with things I wish or things I feel how they could fix this, drop a comment in there. Let me know how you feel about what I said, if I missed anything, because I'm sure as hell probably did, what I mean? It's late night and I'm just YouTubing here, but leave a comment. I'm always commenting back, no problem at all, what I mean? But again, until then, Nocturnal Nation, stay up, and I'll tell you guys later, alright? Peace.
Confirm for growth chambers.